What is going on, everybody? I know I haven't been able to make much content recently, and that is because, thankfully, I have been getting work again. And that takes precedence. But I would like to thank every single person who has subscribed, who has super chatted me, who's become a channel member. All of you, you guys helped me get through some pretty vicious months of just almost destitution. It's been difficult on a lot of people in this past year due to these lockdowns that I believe, 92% I believe of me that these lockdowns are all political. They were all used to shape media perception, public perception, and swing the votes, create fear, just all of this garbage. Like most of entertainments and the news, just propaganda and politicization. I'm really sick of all of it. I wish it would just go away. I'm tired of talking about it. I think it's pretty obvious, the manipulations that have been going on against we, the people, the population of the United States, and across the world to an effect. These things do affect people across the world. I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick of engaging it. I'm going to have to, though, because I believe in fighting evil, and I do think that it's evil. Mainstream media, the access media, politicians, and not just one party. Pardon if there's any noise. I am on a construction site. Not just one party, although I do wholeheartedly believe that one party has been committing just acts of treason against we, the people of the United States. If not treason, just not having our best interest at heart in creating division, promoting racism. And the entire time has been pointing the finger at someone else. It's just pointing the finger at other people and saying exactly what they themselves are doing. It gets to a point where I just get sick of it. I just get sick of it. I get sick of hearing it. As a person who calls himself the Phantom Menace historian, and this is because I'm writing the Phantom Menace volumes, and I'm documenting what we're doing, or what this consumer backlash is doing. There's a separation between that person, that persona, and who I am as an individual, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm just an individual that carries a hashtag, just like you, just like anybody else. You just choose to endorse or promote or be a part of whatever group you choose to be a part of. And so my views are my own. I don't reflect anyone else. I did a tweet. I created a tweet the other day because I was frustrated, and it came from from me as a person, as an individual, not as the Phantom Menace historian. And it was basically, goddamn people starting cars. And it was basically in response to the Pedro Pascal Instagram post, where he first off voted left, and then tried to call Trump supporters Confederates, which is just a conundrum of idiocy and complete just lack of perception, historical fact within and of itself. And then called them Nazis, called Trump supporters Nazis. I myself am not a red hat and MAGA wearing Trump supporter. I did vote that way, but my vote, for the first time in my life, voted Republican. But my vote was not voting Republican. That wasn't what I was voting for. I was actually voting against woke culture, people in entertainments like Pedro Pascal, like many of the people who have ruined Star Wars and Star Trek, people that use entertainment properties as a platform to espouse segregation, division, sexism, hate, phobias, just the most awful, I consider to be the most awful types of people in our society, just some of the absolute worst. That's what I was voting for. That was what I was voting against. And so I understand that some of my family members voted left, and I don't hate them. I question their ethics. I question their intellect. I absolutely question them. But I'm not going to stop talking to them. I'm not going to stop talking to him. I'm not going to stop loving him. And it's the same thing with anybody who follows me or subscribe to me or a friend of mine or whoever. Whoever. You know, the Phantom Menace means different things to different people. And to me, it is the right to have an opinion. And that's what I was exercising. I was exercising my right to have an opinion. In my opinion, if you voted along with Pedro Pascal, then this is what you're asking for. Then I guess, to me, I guess you like this woke culture. I guess you like this division. That's how I feel. That's how I see it. I'm not going to beat anybody over the head with it, but that is absolutely how I see it. This was, in my opinion, our time to stand together, refuse to kneel to hateful segregationists and racists and just awful people. It was our time to rise together and stand against this. And, you know, like, I've always supported the Democratic Party up until this election, up until they started with this woke rhetoric and supporting racist hate mobs and domestic terrorists. Like, that's it. That was it for me. But I'd like to see them lose so many times that they correct their attitude, get back on track. I've heard some people say that now that well, I know the election isn't actually over, which is insane at this point. But I've heard some people say that, you know, the wokeness is going to get worse, so it's going to get better. I'm definitely in the camp of it's going to get worse, because you've just emboldened all of these people like Pedro Pascal. You just emboldened that type of hateful bigot, that type of terrible person and their hateful ideology and rhetoric. That he has been emboldened. All those privileged millionaires that have been talking down to you and me, they're emboldened. All the racist hate groups and all the rhetoric, all the critical race theory people, all of them, they got validated. If Biden gets in that White House, Kamala's in that way, they're validated. They're happy. They're dancing. And it's hard for me to reconcile the two things. Now I will. I'm going to move past this myself. I will move past this. And I'm not going to cut anybody off because they don't see things the way I see them. I like having different opinions around me, either to reaffirm my position or to possibly give me a new avenue of looking at things. That's just how I am. That's just the kind of person I am. I don't shy away from people with different opinions. So Pedro, it's the same old with him. That's Disney Lucasfilm. It's the same old. We're going to get more of the same. Things aren't going to get better. You know, if you're one of those people that's like, oh, Biden got in the White House, now things are going to get better. No, they ain't. Woke culture just got reaffirmed. They got patted on the head. They said, good job. Good job terrorizing people for the last several years. Good job spreading division and hate. Good job pointing the finger at other people and calling them what you yourself actually are. Good job terrorizing all people with online hate mobs. This is what it is. So, to me, I hope things get better. But I think we got a long way to go before it does. I really do. And whatever your position is, whatever your feelings are, however you voted, it does not matter when it comes to you being a part of this experience that I'm currently having in my life with this channel. Doesn't matter. I invite you. I invite all walks of life. You're welcome to your opinion. This is my opinion. Doesn't mean that I don't want you around. And I hope that you feel the same. God, so I hope everybody's doing well. You know, the campaign's still running. I got 23 days left on it. I'm at 77% funded. So, I mean, you know, you take the good with the bad in life, guys. And you always have hope. Always hold out hope. I got 3 weeks left, 77% funded. Thank the gods. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a win. You know? It was a win because of all of you standing with each other and refusing to kneel. Being together. Being good to each other. That's what we got to remember at the end of all this. No matter what happens, no matter what, how this road leads, Everything is hyper-politicized, and we all have different opinions, and we have the right to those opinions. And I fight for those rights for us to have different opinions. I also fight for the right for people like Pedro Pascal to spew his nonsense, so we can point at it. We can point at that nonsense and realize who the hateful ones are, like the really nasty, hateful people. I'm doing a review of The Mandalorian on my friend's channel, on Nerd Cookie's channel, every Sunday, and I'm trying to bring positivity, you know, a true critique of the art itself, separating the art from the artist. But when you've got people like Pedro, when you've got a consistent company culture at Disney Lucasfilm and these other entertainment companies, they are consistent in talking down to customers because of their political ideology. There's no separation between the art and the artist. The art is the artist. I wish it wasn't like that. I'd like to go back to just ignoring rich people, the adult pretenders, talking garbage online and their art. But honestly, it's like how every time I see that character now, it's a shame. Every time I hear Pedro's voice, I'm going to see a person who's a nasty individual, a divisive, terrible, hateful, ill-informed person. I have no interest in that. I have no interest in him. And by chance, if anybody at Disney Lucasfilm happens to be seeing this, if anybody at Disney happens to be seeing this, I guess you have no idea how difficult it makes for anybody at least making the attempt to try and enjoy your products when the people that are creating them are talking down to us consistently. I don't know what else to tell you. I just don't understand it. Guys, be good to each other. Never give up hope. Keep fighting. And, peace, y'all.